Inderjit, to shift gears, because we're coming to the end of the interview, I'd like to hear your predictions. When do you think the handover of the Prime Ministership to Lawrence Wong is going to be? And when do you think the general election is going to be? Some people are saying, especially after the very successful presentation, articulation of the budget, by Lawrence Wong, he's kind of ready. The people are ready to accept him. Why delay? The handover could be even as early as July this year, so that he then gives the National Day rally speech with PM saying a goodbye segment, something like that. People are talking about that, and GE end of this year. What's your prediction?
Yeah. So I think for sure Lawrence will take over before the next GE. I think he already said that, and so question is when. I think the best time would be July-August period.
This year.
Mm-hmm. Whether pre or post National Day rally, I'm not so sure how they.
The two of them may still be involved.
Yeah, may be involved, and GE possibly quite soon actually.
End of this year.
End of this year, even earlier.
October.
We've got, I would say, a budget that looks like an election budget, goodies all around, and so they may actually use that as opportunity. Otherwise, you wait another budget. National Day rally, you can give a few more good things, and then you can go soon after that. So I think this is how it may play out. But there's a huge risk because the big problems that concern many Singaporeans are not going to be solved by this election, correct? Because of the cost of living, housing, and so on and so forth. So this will take some time, and I don't know that whether all the handouts that we got are going to
solve the big.
It won't solve the
wicked problems.
Yeah, and people probably are thinking that we did not really solve the problem and we're just trying to win votes. So this is a risk that they're taking.
Yeah.
My own personal opinion is that the budget will have limited impact. The bigger issues are the ones that are going to be important. If Singaporeans don't see a sense of hope and opportunity in the future, then I think our cause is a loss.
So this sounds like deja vu, because I want to quote you. In 2013, you said this, and 2014. Right, 2013, you said this. I feel the time has come for us to find a better balance between economic growth and social cohesion. I remember this. Yes, there will be trade-offs, but I would rather see a cohesive, united nation where people feel taken care of. You said that in 2013. 2014, a decade ago, you said, if every Singaporean can feel their life has become better than yesterday, then this government would have done its job well. And you also said you worry for the middle-aged and middle class. Now, these are wicked problems. They're not going to go away overnight. I don't think any government can just, swing the wand and see this miraculously go away. But has the needle, in your view, moved enough in the past decade for it to translate into votes for the PAP?
So I think it's not moved significantly.
Is it because of factors beyond the control of the government, the ruling party?
So I think the cost of living issues, the housing problems were all within control of the government. Just a job not well done. Okay. And so we are seeing the ills of it. So if they had done a better job, I don't think so we needed to face so serious problem. So it would have been in the control of the government.
So they could have done something.
They could have done something. But now to solve this will take very long-term view of things before we see it. And if you don't feel the impact in the next GE, actually it could translate to work. The other thing is that we typically, I've done 4 elections, and we target different sections of society on where we think we can win the votes. One assumption that has been for a long time, there are 2 assumptions. One is we do a GE in times of a crisis. Votes will look for a party safer. So
the incumbent.
Safe, proven. And second one is that young adults with family members will not risk an opposition vote. We failed in both.
Yeah.
All right, and so
we meaning the PAP.
PAP. So the clearest one was the last election we lost Sengkang. Sengkang population was young adults with families. They got houses down there. And they should have been the one who really supported us. And it was in a crisis, in a COVID environment. And we did this in 2001. September 11, Jemaah Islamiyah.
Yes.
People panicked and we won very well.
People vote conservatively.
So this, I think the PAP need to re-examine these assumptions. And I'm sure they are doing it because they have to win votes and whether it's going to work. My own opinion is that this election, I don't think so the needle will shift a lot towards the PAP. The heartlanders who have got a lot of support in this budget probably will be very happy. So that's also a very important segment. So I think they can expect to get good support on that. The middle group, I think they worry about the future. And then the elderly, the very old, I think they are also very happy. The young, they want to look at who are the candidates.
The personality.
And so I analyzed the last election results, as I did all the past ones. If you look at it, in the past, long time ago, you just need to have a PAP logo and can be anyone. We used to get 50% easily, and then
it's the party.
It's a party. And you put Workers' Party and you put, I'm talking about a long time ago, you get maybe 25%. But in the last election, the Workers' Party logo itself is capable of 40%. 40%. And I analyzed where I'm staying in Perim Parade. Good candidates from the PAP, relatively unknown from Workers' Party, and they scored 40%. So my analysis is that, that's Workers' Party.
The brand
is there, and if they can bring good qualified candidate as good or better than the PAP, then the risk is a lot more higher for the PAP. So this coming election is a very important one for the PAP because it's a handover election and also mandate. And they have to think about how they're going to at least not be worse than the last one.
So in the interest of time, we need to wrap. As a final statement, very succinctly, what is your advice to the leadership of the PAP for the upcoming election?
I think they really need to get in touch and understand the real issues on the ground. They're trying their best with all the TikToks, funny things that they do. I think that only is going to address a small section. You really need to have Singaporeans feel that I understand your problem. I cannot solve it today, but believe me, I can solve it in the future. Whether they believe you or not is very important. And I mentioned many times in articles that I wrote post GE analysis, trust. Do they trust you? And I think we are losing ground on that portion and we have to regain that trust. We can do that, then I think maybe we'll be okay.
Mr. Inderjit Singh, thank you very much for joining me.
Pleasure.
Thank you.